Hello everyone. So this is our third session, and in this session we are going to learn in detail about joints. Okay, in session 1 one point is remaining, so that we are going to learn now a small point. So you can see here that when we are moving our hands, our legs, there is a contraction and then there is a relaxation. So see the difference when we just put our hand straight. Okay, then in case the biceps are relaxed but the triceps are contracted means what? Can you tell me about the contraction? See, the expansion and contraction. Expansion means what? When a object is larger in size, so that is expansion. And contraction means what? When the object is in smaller size. But in this movement, the biceps are relaxed but the triceps are in means there is a contraction. When we are doing this kind of movement, then the biceps are contracted and the triceps are relaxed. Only this difference we are means we have to learn. Okay, when we are doing this kind of stretching, then our biceps are relaxed but our triceps are contracted. And opposite to that, when we are doing this kind of movement, then our biceps are contracted and then triceps are relaxed. So this part, okay, the upper part, that is biceps, and lower part, that is triceps. Okay, so only you have to learn that in which movement your biceps and your triceps are contracted and relaxed. Okay, now our main point is that we have to learn about joints. So open your notebook and write aim and the keywords of this third session. See, the aim is to learn different kinds of joints, and the keywords are ball and socket, hinge, bristles, cavity and pivotal joint. Okay? Yes. First we will learn that what are the joints. So joints means what? So joints are the points where two parts of the skeleton are fitted together to make movement possible. Means when the two bones are joined together, so that is known as your joint. Okay, joint is a place where the two different bones are joined together or connected together. Okay, so there are many kinds of joints. Most joints can move freely, so that joints are known as movable joints, and some joints are fixed, means that cannot move, so that are fixed joints. Okay, so movable joints are of different types. The movement of toes, ankles, knees, hips, neck, then shoulders, elbows, wrist and fingers are due to the movable joint. So let's start about that. But understood what is mean by joints? A place where the two bones are joined together or connected together. Then there are types of joints we are going to learn. Okay, here are different types of joints, but we are going to learn only ball and socket, hinge, pivotal joint. Okay, 3 to 4 joints we are going to learn. So you can see here at the neck, then these elbows, your fingers, toes, this hip bones are there. So they bones means these bones are joined together and that are joints. So first we will start about ball and socket joint. So the ball and socket joint means it is a type of joint in which the ball shaped surface, you can see here. Okay, this is ball shaped surface. So that surface of rounded bone when fits into the cup like bone. Okay, you can see here. From this you can understand well. So this is a ball like structure that fitted in this cup like part. So that type of bones are known as, that type of joints. So this bone and this bone means here you can see this ball and this type of socket, they both are joined together, and that type of joint is known as ball and socket joint. A simple word is there. Okay, in socket we are fixing the ball. Understood? Of different bones. So this type of joint allows the maximum movement, and the body part can move in several directions. Okay, for example, the joints of the legs at the hip and arms at the shoulder are ball and socket type. So that you can see here. This is a hip bone and this is a thigh bone. So that hip bone is having socket and thigh bone is having ball like structure. So both these bones are fixed here. That joint is known as ball and socket joint. Understood? In simple words you have to write and you have to learn. Then there is a pivot joint is there, or pivot, you can say pivot also. A pivotal joint is where a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Now rotates in a ring means what? See, this is your skull and this is your neck part. So the skull is joined to the vertebral column. Okay, in skeleton we have learned about the vertebral column. So this is your vertebral column and this is your skull. So when the skull is joined to the vertebral column in such a way that it rotates, okay, it can rotate on the pivot like upper end of the vertebral column that you can see here. Means as we are moving the screw, okay, as we are moving the screw, so that kind of joint is known as pivotal joint. Okay, the skull and the vertebral column, they join together with this pivot joint. Okay, and this allows your head to bend forward and backward, then turn your head in left side or in right side. Understood? The movement of your neck is due to the pivotal joint, and this pivotal joint in the neck allows it to move from side to side and bend forward and back. You can also do while listening this. Okay, now bend your neck back side. Can you move? Yes. Then come forward. Yes. Then left and right. Then rotate your neck in 360 degree. That also you can rotate. So this is because of the pivot joint or the pivotal joint. Understood? Yes, very good. The simple points are there in the joints. So you can see here a cylinder shaped bone rotates inside the another bones. So this is happening in with your neck and this vertebral column. Okay, the screw like structure is there. Understood? Yes, very good. Next is hinge joint. So these hinge joints allow the movement in only one direction, means back and forth. Okay, back and forth, like your knees and elbows. So you can see here the knees and elbows are having hinge joint. The following image you can see here, the elbow bones means this bone and this bone join together. Okay, check means move your knees back and forth. Can you move that lower limb? Can you move? Can you move your elbows back and forth, back and forth? Can you move? Yes. So that because of the hinge joint. Understood? Understood or not? Yes. The hinge joint means that present in the knees and elbows, and that movement is back and forth, back and forth. Understood? Yes. And the last joint is fixed joints, in which the immovable joints are there. Like in your skull. In skull, many bones are there that we have learned. Correct? In skull, total how many bones are there? 22 bones are there. So that 22 bones are so joined together by the joint. So that is your fixed joint that cannot move. You can move your head, but can you move your skull back and forth, left and right? Skull, I am saying about the skull, not your head. You can move, you can rotate your neck, not your skull. So in this joint, no movement is possible between the two bones. Okay. So that are the fixed joints. Okay. We have learned two types of joints, movable and immovable. Movable means your which kind of joints? That is ball and socket, hinge and pivotal joint. And in immovable, that are fixed joint. Understood? So now you have to write a short note on each and every joint. Then you have to remember that in which body part these joints are present. So hips and arms, there is a ball and socket joint, elbows and knees, hinge joint, head, arms, pivot joint and skull, fixed joint. So maybe it will come for match the following or true or false or fill in the blank. So you have to prepare for that. Understood? So here we have completed our third session in which we have learned about the joints. Okay. So complete your homework. Write the definition of joints, then the types of joint, their points, write in point wise, and then write the body parts in which these joints are present. Understood? Okay. So complete your homework on time. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Still, stay home, stay safe, and thank you.